Welcome back to Lions News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting updates on Detroit's football future every single day. Today, we've got a blockbuster development brewing that could reshape the proud Detroit defense. Sources now indicate that former number 1 overall pick Jadeveon Clowney is poised to don Honolulu blue and silver in 2025. That's right. After the Panthers surprised the league by releasing Clowney on May 8th, whispers around the NFL paint Detroit as his next, and perhaps final, landing spot. There's no doubt Clowney is a household name. After tearing through college offensive lines at South Carolina, he entered the league in 2014 as a generational talent, selected first overall by the Houston Texans. Over the last 7 seasons, Clowney has suited up for 6 different franchises: Texans, Seahawks, Titans, Browns, Ravens, and Panthers, yet never lost his edge. Even at 31 years old, he led Carolina in tackles for loss, 9, and tied for the team lead with 5.5 sacks despite missing 3 games. That consistency, 26 sacks across the past 4 seasons, and at least 12 games played each year, has NFL GMs salivating. Detroit, of course, already features an elite pass-rushing tandem in Aiden Hutchinson and Marcus Davenport. But injuries hampered both men in 2024, leaving the Lions thin when the postseason stakes were highest. Now fully healthy, they boast first-round rookie Tyleik Williams pounding the interior and a rejuvenated edge duo ready to roll. The missing piece, a veteran run-stuffer and locker room leader with championship pedigree. Enter Jadeveon Clowney. Sources close to Brad Holmes' front office suggest intense behind-the-scenes dialogue between Clowney's camp and Detroit brass. Financially, Clowney carries a $15.8 million 2025 salary. Steep, yes, but reasonable for a 1-year win-now saga. Detroit can free up cap room by moving mid-tier contracts like Graham Glasgow or Rodney Hudson, packaging draft capital in a 3-team exchange that could net Clowney without mortgaging the future. Imagine Detroit sending a conditional 5th round pick to Carolina, Cleveland grabbing Nick Scurton or another rising rookie, and Clowney landing on a 1-year prove-it deal in Detroit. It's a blueprint both bold and eminently possible. On the field, Clowney's fit is undeniable. He stands 6'5", 266 pounds, with a natural bull rush that commands double teams and frees up teammates to finish plays. His run defense chops, quietly, yet underrated, would shore up the Lions' edge responsibilities, allowing Hutchinson to pin his ears back while Clowney clubs blockers at the point of attack. In third-down scenarios, Clowney's patented swipe-and-swim move could become the Lions' secret weapon, generating timely pressures and sacks that flip field position. Consider the synergy. Clowney's veteran savvy guiding younger talents. Like Josh Pascal and Broderick Martin in practice, his playbook dirt readiness accelerating rookies' learning curves, and his off-field professionalism raising the entire defensive culture. Veterans rave about Clowney's work ethic. Young players admire his accountability. In Detroit, a franchise built on grit and blue-collar toughness, Clowney's profile is tailor-made. But let's not gloss over the financial calculus. Bringing in Clowney at nearly $16 million in cap hits requires creativity. Detroit may have to restructure someone like Dalton Kincaid or Bobby Wagner to balance the ledger. Or they could leverage the June 1st cut-down date to shift dead money and maximize flexibility. The trade package itself might include a swap of late-round picks, 6th for 7th, or a conditional 3rd-rounder if Clowney hits sack or snap thresholds. Detroit's reputation for draft savvy under Holmes suggests they can navigate these cap intricacies. What about the Panthers' side? Carolina's unexpected decision to let Clowney go signals their commitment to youth, choosing Day 2 rookies Nick Scurton and Princely Uman-Milan over the veteran. That decision, however, has left Clowney available, and Detroit stands ready. League insiders say calls to Clowney's agent, Darren Rogers, intensified immediately after the release, with Detroit front office operatives making it clear they view Clowney as the missing veteran punch their defense needs. Detroit fans, take note, this is the kind of splash that sends ripples through the NFC North. Imagine Clowney sacking Josh Allen at Highmark Stadium, chasing Kirk Cousins into the dirt in Minneapolis, or bullying the interior in frozen Ford Field winters. It's a win-now mindset, signaling to the division and the league that Detroit intends to contend immediately, not years down the road. Of course, there are voices of caution. Some argue that Clowney's best days are behind him, citing his lack of double-digit sack campaigns since 2016. Others worry about how he'll mesh in Aaron Glenn's pressure-heavy scheme. But consider his track record. In every stop since Houston, Clowney has delivered high-impact plays and leadership. At 31, he still clocks 4.8-second 40-yard dashes at the combine level, and early season tape from Carolina showed him still rising for textbook swats and contributing key run stops. Fans and pundits will debate the price tag and long-term upside, but if this truly is it for Clowney's career, one last championship push, Detroit seems like the perfect stage. As the offseason cold winds blow, envision Clowney stepping off that private jet onto the Ford Field turf, donning his new Lions helmet, and roaring into the huddle, a living legend hungry for one more shot at glory. Stay tuned as we monitor every development. The official signing announcement, likely to come via NFL Network, the press conference where Brad Holmes praises Clowney's elite talent and veteran leadership, and the first practice reports with Clowney anchoring the Lions' edge rotation. Detroit's defense, already formidable, could reach historic levels with Jadeveon Clowney in the mix, transforming from a contender into a bona fide Super Bowl threat. If you're as excited about this potential move as we are, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Lions News Fan Report for all the breaking updates on Jadeveon Clowney's Detroit debut. Now, let's wrap this up. Should Clowney officially sign, expect Detroit's 2025 defense to look utterly different. Imagine Clowney and Hutchinson pinching the edge on early downs, forcing offenses into predictable passing situations where Marcus Davenport and Aiden can tee off. Picture 3rd and 5 and Clowney's quick dip and swipe crashing quarterbacks into the turf. Game-changing plays that flip momentum. This veteran infusion would also allow defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn to dial up more exotic blitzes, knowing Clowney can hold his ground one-on-one. Off the field, Clowney's presence would be equally impactful. He'd mentor rookies like Tyleek Williams on how to prepare for big games, sharing tips on film study, leverage, and techniques that winning defenders use. His professionalism would set a tone. Arrive early, study your opponent, finish every repetsu. That culture shift, adding championship experience to a young core, could be the X factor in January's cold-weather road games. Of course, questions remain. Can Clowney stay healthy through a full season? Will his explosiveness translate at Detroit's practice facility? Those will be answered come training camp and Week 1. But if Clowney brings even a fraction of the production he's shown over the past 4 seasons, 26 sacks, 40 pressures, 9 tackles for loss, Detroit's defense would vault into top 3 conversation in the NFC. So, what do you think? Is Jadeveon Clowney the missing piece that propels the Lions into Super Bowl contention? Or does this prove too much win now, gamble, carry too much risk? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I can't wait to read them. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Lions.